All right, here we go. Welcome back. Another episode from Nashville. Really enjoying this lighting here, and I think that it's going to suit well for better quality content. Also, holding the mic, I feel like Arm & Hammer TV. This is not to copy him. This is just simply because the desk is only like 3 feet from the wall. That's where the camera's sitting. It's where you guys are. So I'm holding the mic. It's maybe a thing, maybe not. We'll see how the audio comes out overall. My fiance in the background. We're about to get ready to go out on the town in Nashville. So, today's episode, again, making another quick one because we're a little short on time. The last episode, we talked about how to prepare for a CrossFit competition, how to become a better CrossFit competitor or just CrossFitter in general. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to specifically have an efficient training session. How long should you train? How much stuff should you do? Are you doing too much? Or are you doing too little? And a couple little things I think will help squeeze out a little bit more volume per session. So again, this is going based off of my own type of training that I've been doing and training my fiance and my stepsister and a couple of the guys from last Open. So getting into it. The first thing is you need to have so you want to look at your training week by week, make sure that you're hitting tangible goals, right? Last video I talked about wanting to hit, say, 30 or 40 toes to bar a week, and then gradually every 2 weeks or every week you want to increase that number to increase the volume that you get. One way we can do that is make sure maybe every Tuesday you do toes to bar, or maybe it's every Tuesday, Friday you do toes to bar in some sort of capacity. Maybe it's one day it's practice, and then another day you do it in a Metcon. So for example, in your training session, maybe you have a strength piece, you work on squatting, back squat or front squat, you hit 4 or 5 sets there, you take nice rest periods and breaks in between, so it's probably, including warm-up, getting into your squats, probably about a 30-minute to 40-minute session there. If you were doing more than 5 sets, it'd probably be in that 40-minute, but it's probably going to take you about 30 minutes if you include your warm-up, 40-ish in that range. If you're getting up in the heavier sets. If not, it'd probably take you lower on the 30 side. So let's say it took you 35 minutes. So if you want to get everything done like in an hour, hour 10, you have 25 minutes left. You might need to take a little bit of refuel. So you might need like a fuel for fire, a little bit of fruit, some nuts, something that's going to get your energy levels back up. I'm not a big proponent on drinking a protein shake throughout training, but for some people that works. But for me, it kind of sets my stomach uneasy, so I'm not a big fan of it. I don't do it. I eat fruits, fuel for fire, RX bar, something in between, something like maybe not a whole portion or serving, maybe a half, and then drinking some water. And also my first form, Intraformance. So it's just liquid carbs that I'm taking in. I just sip on that throughout my strength, bigger gulps after my strength, and then like 10 minutes before my Metcon, I have finished that, and gives me energy for my next workout. So you did your strength 30 minutes in, plus your warm-up 30 minutes in. Take 5 minutes to get your Metcon set up, or to be more efficient in the gym, if while you're doing your strength, you start getting stuff out in between sets. Now granted, this isn't as much focus towards the strength, so if that mentally takes it away from you, don't do it. But if, say, you have a rowing and toes to bar Metcon, nice little couplet, maybe a 6-minute on, 3-minute rest, 6-minute on again, so let's say it's a 15-minute workout. You get the rower out, you get your grips out in between sets, you have chalk, like a chalk bucket or a piece of chalk ready to go, you have the clock set up, say you do 4, 5, 6 sets of back squatting, you take that 1 minute in between, you just took your 4 or 5 minutes it would take you at the end to have your workout set up, ready to go. You finish your strength, you strip off the weight, you clean up, and now you're ready to go. You got your whiteboard or the clock or chalk or however you're going to mark your rounds or what have you. And you can take a minute, get some water, go to the bathroom, and you're ready to go. You're not going to waste 10 minutes, 15 minutes in between your strengths. Your Metcon, you might take 5 or 6. But if it's needed, you can take a little bit more time, but I'm just saying for efficiency reasons. So you get done your Metcon. That takes about 15 minutes total, a couple layover minutes, so now we're about 45 minutes, almost 50 minutes in the session, 50 minutes into the session, and you have another 10 to 15 minutes at the end if you're taking it that full hour, hour 10, hour 15. So in this last little bit, you can do some accessory work. You can do some additional core to finish everything off. You could do some single leg work, identify some weaknesses there. You can continue to work on your gymnastics if you want to maybe do some handstand push-ups or some handstand walking or wall walks because you already have that motion up here. Your shoulders are really warm from the Metcon you just did. Any of those that you want to work on, it's possible because you have, again, that 10 to 15 minute window at the end. Keep it short, do a few sets here or there. You could also maybe do a little bit of extra engine building work. Maybe not on the rower because you just did that. You could do it on a biker or an assault bike, eco bike. Just do a couple, maybe 15 or 12 calorie bursts. Just to, again, finish off that engine and really just feel like you got a good workout at the end. Or maybe in those last 10 to 15 minutes, you take some extra time and you work on your mobility. That is also a possibility. And I think that is the basics for how to have an efficient session is, one, plan out your week so you know what you're doing day to day. And then within each day, have a certain segmented stuff of, I want this to take about 30 minutes, 15 minutes here, 10 minutes here. Be very gracious with the time it's going to take in between, and just keep that into account as you train and continue to train very efficiently. So thank you guys for tuning in for another episode. We got to go. Take care. Much love.